Okay kids, here we go. Right now we're going to work with our MGears, and at this point we're going to just start from a clean motor. So if you haven't cleaned up your motor yet and broken it down from the last project, we're going to do that right now. I'll pause the video or it will already have been done. Alright, hopefully your motor is ready to go. Okay, and we're going to set this off to the side for now. Okay, that's one piece of equipment that you're going to need. We're going to set it off to the side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get out more equipment that we need. But let's look at all the equipment before we reach in and get it out. That way we know what we're looking for before we start digging and we don't miss anything. The first thing that you're going to get out is going to be blue pillars. And you're going to need a total of 5 of these blue pillars. Okay? You're going to need a total of 5 of them. So you're going to need 5 of those. Then you're going to need 2 of the gray connectors. Then you're going to need an axle. Now remember to push your axle tight so that that white axle inside there keeps everything tight as one axle. So you're going to need that as well. Okay. Put that over there. Then the next thing you're going to need is going to be this special hub right here. This is a track hub, and you're going to need a total of 4 track hubs. You're going to need 4 track hubs. Okay? So you have those 4 track hubs, and then you're going to need 2 of your tracks. Everybody should have 2 tracks, so you're going to need 2 of those. Okay, so there's your equipment for this project. 2 tracks, 4 track hubs, 1 axle, 2 gray connectors, and 5 pillars. I'm going to pause the video and you can get out these parts now. Okay, hopefully you have all your parts out and you're ready to build. We're going to put aside everything, and we're going to start with 1 gray connector, and you're going to put a pillar on the end of that gray connector. Then you're going to take another pillar and you're going to put it on the end of your gray connector. So this is what you have. Okay? Now we're going to make an H, so we're going to put another blue pillar and another blue pillar, and then we're going to go to the top and put a blue pillar and a top piece up there. So what you've created is an H. So take a moment and create your H. And this will be, make sure everything's tight. Now, once you have that done, we're going to put it on our motor. Now, make sure that it is in line with the back axle. So you're going to take it and you're going to turn it like this, and this is how it will attach. So it'll look like from above you have the H in the front, from the side it's in alignment with the back axle. Next, you're going to take your front axle and you're going to put it on the H. Make sure everything is secure, and there you go, you're good to go there. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your hubs on. Now, these hubs go right inside the gear, like so. They're square, and you push them in nice and solid. Come to the other side, same thing. Push it in there nice and solid, and you're good and solid. Go to the other side of your vehicle, put on your 2 track hubs. Okay? So you're good. Good and solid. Now, you're going to put your tracks on next. Now, when you do this, it's going to want to pull together the sides of your car. So that what will happen is you'll probably have some things come loose, and as you're pulling them on, there you go. See how that broke loose? It tilted away, and we actually had it separate here. That's okay. Just fit everything on there, and then just simply close it back up. Okay, now there's tension pulling here, so you're going to want to get the other track on there, providing the same amount of tension so you have balance. Okay, there you go. And now you tighten everything up, make sure everything's secure. And you have a tracked vehicle. And we're going to pause it and give you a chance to see what it's like with the tracks on it, move it forward and backwards. So we'll pause the video. Okay, here we go. You now have two tracked vehicles. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these tracked vehicles and we're going to connect them together. So it'll be one unified or one vehicle all together. So we're going to put this to the side and we're going to get out some more parts. Okay? Now, the first thing that you want to take out of your bin, again, we're not going to take them out until we've counted everything we need. You're going to need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pillars. Okay? Then you're going to need one gray connector. And then here's a special part. You're going to need one red spacer. The next two parts you'll need will be beams. And you're going to need 2 beams. So I'm going to focus down in on these parts so you can see what it is you need. Okay? And pause the video so you can get those parts out. Now each person will need this many parts. We're going to make 2 of these. So each person will need to get those parts out. Okay, here we go. And first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start off with our beam. And we're going to take one beam and one pillar and we're going to connect it on like so. Then we're going to take another pillar and attach it like so. Next, you want to take your red spacer and you're going to put it right on the end. Okay, you have your red spacer. After you have your red spacer in place, you're going to take a third pillar and you're going to put it on the red spacer. Then you follow that with your second beam and it goes on the end like that. Then you take a spacer and you're going to put it down off of your beam like that. So this is what we have so far. Okay. Then you take a fifth pillar and this goes on the end like so. Then you take your gray connector and you put it on like that. So this is what you have so far. Then your final pillar comes down and there's your part. And you should have a total of 2 of these parts. Those are your two parts, and that's what they should look like. Now, we need to build a third part. Okay? So we're going to put those off to the side, and we're going to get out some more parts. And you're going to need, now you're only going to make one of these, okay? You're going to make one of these, so you're going to work as a partner, work with your partner, and you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pillars. 1 gray connector. And then you're going to need a total of 5 red spacers. And then you're going to need 2 beams. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and you can get those parts out. Okay, here we go. We're going to put these together. You're going to pick up your beam. Then what you're going to do is off of your beam, you're going to put a blue pillar. Then you're going to put another blue pillar. Then you're going to put a red spacer. Followed by a third beam, blue pillar. Then you're going to attach your second beam, and it looks familiar, doesn't it? And you are actually going to make the same part, but with a little bit of a difference. So then we're going to put a blue pillar here. Then a blue pillar on the end of your beam. Gray connector on the end of that pillar. And then your last blue pillar snaps on the end. So this is what you have. Now, you then have your 5 spacers, which are going to go on the bottom of each pillar. So a spacer on this pillar, a spacer on this pillar, a spacer on this pillar, and a spacer on this pillar. And then make sure they're nice and secure. So this is what you have. So now you should have the following parts. You have these components, and you have your tracked vehicle ready to go. Alright, next step. Okay? We're going to put this one off to the side. We're going to take one of these. And what we're going to do is we are going to put our cars side by side, and we're going to connect them with these. Goes right on the back. So this is what you're looking at. Okay? Then you take your second one, make sure your red spacer's where you want it to be, and you connect them. Make sure everything's nice and snug. And then your last one, this one, will go right on the front of your car. And then you make sure everything's snug. And there you go. And you're all set.